Good morning, beautiful, beautiful beings. So I just wanted to give you a little insight into how I start my day. It's a little after 6:30 this morning, which is actually a bit late for me, but we had some fun last night for New Year's Eve, and so I'm up a little late this morning, but here in my Mermaid cup, I have my apple cider vinegar tonic. I've got some apple cider vinegar and some turmeric and a few other things mixed in that cup. And so that is my morning tea, or tonic, if you will. I have my Holy Quran as well as my journal. So when I wake up in the morning, most times I'm up before anyone else gets up. And so I wake up and I have my tonic and I do my reading from a sacred text. Most of the time it's going to be the Quran, and then some journaling if that's, if anything comes up for me. And then I'll typically seal that part of my morning practice with a self-Reiki therapy, with a self-Reiki treatment. And so I wanted to share that with you because it's important, especially coming into the new year. This is January 1st of 2020. It's important for you to remember that the way that you begin your day sets the tone for how your day is going to go. And so if you begin your day in devotion, in meditation, in a devotional or meditative practice, and you're setting your intentions for the day, it allows you to decide how your day is going to go. It allows you to be the creator of your experience instead of the one who is responding to everyone else's experience, and then you responding to everyone else's experience is affecting your experience because you didn't create it. Now, does that necessarily mean that every single intention that you set for the day is going to be met? It's very much possible. It's very possible if you are devoted, if you are consistent, and if you are willing to do the work that is necessary for the intentions that you set. And if you are consistent enough to the point to where you become a vibrational match for the intentions that you set and the things that you desire to affirm, it's very much possible that every single one of your intentions for the day will come true every day. However, there are some days, or there may be some days, where not every one of your intentions comes true or manifests for that day. And that could be because of a variety of reasons. It could be because maybe when you woke up, you set one intention, and then as you went throughout your day, you started to take stock of what was going on, take a look at your day, and so that made it necessary for you to shift some of your intentions. And so some of your intentions may have been shifted, they may have been changed, they may have been moved, which is totally fine. It could be that you set a lot of intentions that you really didn't have the time or the physical, mental, or emotional bandwidth to handle that day. And that's totally fine as well. And so you may have some days where not every single one of your intentions is manifested. It doesn't mean that starting your day off and setting your day at the beginning of the day, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means that you didn't meet all of your intentions for the day. That's simply all that it means. But I wanted to share this with you again, just to give you a little bit of insight into what I do and how I start my day, and how I make it a practice to be very intentional about how my day is going to flow. And so hopefully this will inspire you to also be intentional about how your day is going to flow. And the one thing that I want to leave you with before I end this video is that when you are creating your daily practices and how you are going to start your day, it's important for you to remember that the way that you start your day, or the way that you develop your practices, has to be ecological to your lifestyle. And so you may see a lot of these kinds of videos or Pinterest tips or audios on podcasts and ebooks and diagrams on exactly how you should set your day. So when you wake up in the morning, you should do 1, 2, 3, you need to do these 15 things before you walk out of the house. And so everybody's got their opinion. Everybody has their method. Everybody has their way of doing things. But it is important for you to understand, as you are looking at these things coming into the new year, that it has to be ecological for your lifestyle. And so you have to decide. You have to sit down with your journal. You have to sit down with your calendar. You have to sit down with your appointment schedule and determine what you have the time and the space and the bandwidth for. And so while my morning practice may, let's just say, for example, it may include 5 things, your morning practice may only include 1. And that doesn't make your practice any less potent than mine. It just means that that is what you have space and time for at this point in your life. You see, you have to remember that when you make a decision to start being intentional about your day, and you say, I'm gonna start being intentional about my day, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna do all of these things, you have to remember that you are still contending with the lifestyle that you created prior to this being a reality for you. You're still contending with the lifestyle that you created before you made this decision. And so your lifestyle has to catch up with the decision that you're making. And so it may be that based on your current lifestyle, which was created before you decided that you were going to be intentional about your day, that you were going to include all of these practices, it may be that your current lifestyle only allows for you to have maybe 1 practice. The beautiful thing about that is that if you are faithful and consistent with that 1 practice, then what you will see is over time, additional time and space will begin to manifest for you. And so maybe you can only start with 1 practice, but you really want to have 7. And so you start with that 1 practice, and you're faithful over that time, and you're consistent over that time. And then what happens, before you even realize it, a lot of times without you even recognizing the shift that is happening, space and time will open for you to complete 2 of those practices. And so now you have 2 practices, and then you're faithful and consistent over that, and it turns into 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And before you know it, you have a life that is resonant with what it is that you desire. And so I just wanted to leave you with that this morning. Happy, happy, happy New Year. And I wish you all of the peace and the blessings and the passion and the ease and the joy and the pleasure and the favor and the grace and the abundance that you desire to have and to bring into your life experience. I love you. Bye.